This week's Time magazine cover is titled The Phenom, How Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez Became America's Lightning Rod. Joining me now is writer Charlotte Alter. It's a great piece that tells a lot of people, if they missed the creation story of Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, this is it. She tweeted on March 8th about being working class, being a waitress. She said, "I find it revealing when people mock where I came from and say they're going to send me back to waitressing, as if that is bad or shameful. It is as though they think that being a member of Congress makes you intrinsically better than a waitress. But our job is to serve, not rule." She's a freshman member of Congress, but she has a guiding philosophy that has made her a lightning rod, according to your article.
Absolutely, yeah. She's basically an activist with a congressional pin. And a lot of people see her as the conscience of the Democratic Party. I think that her working class background is absolutely intrinsic to the story she's telling and to her power in this moment right now, because she can really authentically speak to the issues that are facing a lot of people. And she's faced a lot of issues that not only other working class people have faced, but also millennials have largely faced, like student debt, healthcare affordability, college affordability, climate change. Those are all things that she's really experienced firsthand. So I think she's speaking to something that hasn't really been spoken to before.
Her age is important here. She's 29 years old. She responded to a tweet that you had sent. So I want to read your tweet first, and then hers is on the top of the screen. Yours is, "In order to understand AOC, you have to look at what she experienced and what she didn't. Red Scare, Reaganomics, and prosperous 90s were all before her time. Her adulthood was defined by financial crisis, debt, and climate change. No wonder she and her peers are moving left." She responded by saying, "Yes, and this is not just my story. This is true of wide swaths of our entire generation who are now poised to become a much more influential civic and electoral bloc as we mature into our 30s and beyond." She's almost suggesting her ascent is inevitable.
And honestly, it is in some ways. You got to look at the math here, right? We have the oldest first-term president ever elected. Until a couple months ago, Congress was 10 years older than it had been in the 1980s. Trump has surrounded himself with people who are rooted in 20th century ways of thinking. And the thing about AOC, and the reason that she is, I think, tapping into something that is so exciting to some and threatening to others, is that she is really bringing us into the politics of the 21st century. She is a 21st century leader trying to tackle 21st century problems in a body that is largely dominated by 20th century thinking.
Do you get the sense that she understands why she's so threatening?
I think she does. I think there's a lot of different reasons why she's so threatening. Some people are threatened because she's a young Hispanic woman. Some people are threatened because they worry that she's too far left. Some people are threatened because she's kind of turning over the apple cart and disrupting the way things have typically worked in Washington. She spent her first week of orientation picketing, staging a protest in Nancy Pelosi's office. That's not something that people have typically done. So I think a lot of people find her threatening, but I also think a lot of people find her really exciting.
Thank you for a great article, Charlotte Alter.
Thanks for having me.
Charlotte Alter, and her article is in the current issue of Time magazine.
Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on the button below for more from The Last Word and the rest of MSNBC.